That we got
No, it's okay.
banana, but we're back. We're good.
Was it something that I did that caused it, or that I need to
It said
change or do
violent
different?
behavior, but no, and I don't think that it had. I don't think it had to do with you. I think
Okay.
it's I think it's probably a group of two people that's doing it. So
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like
no, I don't. I think
something
you're
that I
good.
did. Okay. Let me put you in this holder real quick. Just give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
Mm. Oh,
We
Jesus.
got banana, but we're back. We got it approved. They people just reporting for no reason.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, if y'all want to shut the comments off again for me. Oh, okay.
Um. So I don't really remember where we left off in our conversation. I'm just as ADD as you sometimes, so I apologize.
No, I get that.
Um. All I'm asking for is a little bit of, I don't know, a breath, just for you to look at information that isn't just from like damning me to hell in the sense of, I feel like, I don't know, I have so many things going through my head. It's just going to be like a big giant vomit. And I don't know. I'm just, I feel like it's not very fair for a whole group of people to demand that I give you something and then basically say, well, either you do it or we're going to just attack you and completely annihilate you, your family, your job, your everything, unless you give us what we want, which is basically what you said a minute ago of, if you would just give me the information and shut it all down, we would stop. Why
No,
don't
I
you
was
just,
repeating what you say nonstop, which is, well, if you just would do this then and believe what I say, then you could just move on with your life. And so I'm saying these people bought from you did a thing the other day. You did a tell all, right?
I did.
And I do believe that some things in your tell all is truthful. I'm not saying that it's not. But in this, you did a this is a product. You buy said product,
Right.
this affiliate link. I earn income from this affiliate link.
That's
That's my
correct.
money, that's my income.
Right.
But the part that you left out was what you did was here's these products from different companies.
Right.
These products are great. I use these products. If you, the people who are watching me, go and purchase this product, then you're going to be helping a great cause because I'm trying to create the Forever Nursery. And
That's
when you
exactly
click
right.
that affiliate link, you're going to help make that come true.
That's
People
exactly correct.
say, okay, I'm going to buy these said products because they feel like they're helping a great cause. Whether
And they
they
were.
need the products or not, that's, some may need it. I'm not saying that all don't need it.
Okay.
Some do, some don't. But people bought this because you said, I'm going to create this bereavement room, this forever nursery.
That's
And
correct.
that's what I'm going to use this money for.
And
Then
that is what I'm using.
people ask you who donated, and you say, it's none of your business. So then people start questioning. It wasn't some big hoorah, everything was going crazy at first. People were just questioning, hey, what's going on with this? Where's the
Okay.
forever nursery, right?
Okay.
Then it got to the point where you were like, I'm not telling you, I'm not saying, because you've already said it's going to be here.
Right.
It's going to be in this hospital, this hospital, this hospital. It's going to
Right.
be changed to this name. Now it's
Right.
Journey Room. Now it's traveling
Right.
throughout the hospital. You corrected me on that once.
Right.
So that's where the questioning comes in, is because you put a reasoning behind the affiliations for them to go to it. So
Okay.
now they're questioning why this doesn't exist when it started into 2017,
Okay.
early 2018, right?
Okay.
It's now 2025. And
Okay.
then it got big only after you just wouldn't answer the questions,
Okay.
right? You see where I'm coming from, is what I'm asking.
Semi sorta, yes. The reason why it didn't take all the way was because of Susan. Because she emailed the hospital nonstop with lies, telling them that I was holding all kind of donations, that I was doing GoFundMe's, that I was collecting money that was earmarked for children's, which was not true,
Okay.
and that I was collecting money for them,
Let her
which
know
was not
it's going good. Ain't nobody yelling at each other.
that was not true, and I was not collecting money for children's. I was collecting money through my affiliate links, and I was earning the money. I was not taking up donations. I never had a GoFundMe for it. Never. And I never claimed I was a 501c.
Right.
The only time that I said that we were going to be in children's was after I had the first meeting with them and got the approval that we were going to be in children's.
Right.
Because the man from Hogs for the Cause said he was going to be our endowment. She wrote Hogs for the Cause along with putting all over social media, do not support Hogs for the Cause because they support Jews Journey Room. And that was terrible. And she said that I didn't speak with Hogs for the Cause, but I did. I just didn't tell her who I spoke with or who was my endowment because I don't need to. Because she was going and running and telling them lies because she wanted to ruin it so bad because she wanted to nail me for that screenshot and it wasn't true. So because of the fact that she couldn't get me on that screenshot, she was going to ruin everything else. She emailed that hospital so many times. I did the first meeting with them. Then we went back for the second meeting where they said, well, the room is done. We'll walk through the room, see if that's okay. And then if it is, then we'll go forward with it. We have to see about your fundraising. We have to see where you are. I said, okay. I went for the walkthrough. I told everybody, oh my God, this is it. We're so excited. We're going for the walkthrough. Because that's what I was told, and that's what I thought we were going through. That's when they propositioned me for the journey room. And I said, I'm going to have to talk about it because that's not what I wanted. That's the whole reason why I didn't do a 501c. Because it just takes one person to change the vision, and I didn't want it to be the journey room. I wanted it to be a nursery. Because that's how my kid was honored when he died, was like a nursery. I didn't want it to be the journey room. But in order to get enough families and in order to know, I'm not, let me take a second. So we decided that we were going to do the journey room because it was going to be quicker and it was going to be faster and it was going to be cheaper. And there was no way that we were probably going to raise enough money to do the forever nursery because this was so expensive. And I wasn't doing it the 501c. I was doing it my way. So we decided that we were going to do the journey room. And then COVID hit. And then I got sick. And then I found out how sick I was. So we decided that we were going to go ahead and just do the fucking journey room. And then Susan kept emailing them and emailing them and then emailing them. And then they decided that they were going to break partnership with me. And then she emailed every fucking hospital from here to Timbuktu. But the money wasn't earmarked for children's. It's earmarked for the journey room. So the money sits until I can find another hospital that will work with us. I haven't touched it. I haven't spent it. I haven't done anything to it. It sits.
So my
And
question,
I will honor my son. Just like I want to.
is why the story, I mean, why did it take you so long to just say that though? The people here.
Listen. No one would listen because Susan was peddling that screenshot and all they could see was that gross screenshot. And I am aggressive. And so when somebody did me wrong, I would say fucking what they did, and they didn't like that because I was an asshole. So here you were, I'm this asshole with the screenshot lumen, and I had people that I made waves in water with, and I was more popular than this one, so of course there was jealousy, and it was. I was just a fucking asshole in a community that I made waves in. But when people needed something, they knew they could fucking come to me. Like when Sammy needed something, or when they needed help with Jacob, or when they needed help with anything, people knew they could come to me and I would be their fucking bulldog, and I was. But the second they got what they needed from me, they fucking dropped me. And so nobody would believe me, and nobody would listen to me about Susan. No one. And I tried
But
to
I'm
tell
not
them.
saying about I'm saying why not when people are questioning, you get so aggressive with it. And I get it. I see the passion in you. I'm not saying that I don't understand it behind it. But what I'm saying is when someone are asking you, instead of you giving an explanation, you instantly go on the defense, which then in turn makes it hard to believe that you aren't doing something wrong because it's an
Because it
instant
wasn't just
attack.
one person coming under the defense like this. It was one person coming under the defense like a mob. So it wasn't just me and you having a conversation like this. You didn't come to me and have a conversation privately. You came to me in a mob with your whole life, and everyone was accusative, and it was just your mind was made up. You didn't come to me for a conversation. You came to me with accusations. So of course I'm going to come out swinging. You don't start shit, you finish it. And so you started it and I finished it. And that's the way I felt. Just like Randy and Kim, just like Kim said, you started it and I came out swinging because that's the way I am. And that's the way it was.
Well, I'll tell you.
And
I'll
I'm
tell you
being
what.
fucking
What
honest. I'm exhausted. I don't have anything left in me to fucking lie about. Did I lie to fucking Susan a bunch? Yes. Because I wanted her to chase her fucking tail. I don't give a fuck about Susan. I don't give a fuck about Ashley G. I don't give a fuck about Clara. I know what those people fucking did to me. They made me think that I was crazy. They made other people think that I was crazy. All the while people just laughed it up. You have no idea. So of course everyone just thinks I'm just this lunatic. You only see my reaction. You don't see what people push me to. I'm telling the fucking truth. I'm fucking telling the truth to you.
it's did you ask for a there's money involved with the other part though. Like what about Nancy? What about the money that's
I
going
can't speak on Nancy. That's all there is to it. I can't speak on that. I can't. I'm sorry. And
it's
you
like
know it. And
you
I know
come
it.
in with one thing and it's like, look, it's hard not to want to believe you in some of the things. It is. I'm not saying that it's hard not to
I
want to
can't
believe
speak
you in
on
some
it.
of the
And you
things
know it. And I know it.
because of what's going on with what I've found out with Susan. So yeah, here's what I'm gonna say. You know, I'm gonna start over fresh. Well, I'm gonna start a fresh dialogue because the things that Susan has brought in, the thing.
I gotta get
Yeah, jump
down.
back. Yeah, jump back in. Somebody's, I guess, hitting her for harassment and bullying, so she gotta. Let me see.
I'm gonna keep my camera off for a second until my
No,
wife
you're
brings
good.
it.
I'll tell you. This is my thing. I can't go off of the things that was said with Susan, and I get that. Um, so I'll start over fresh with how things are. There's been so much involved with this. We've been to court for things. There's been a lot of insanity throughout this. And there's still questions that I feel should be answered, and that's my opinion. And then you have your opinion that it doesn't get answered. So that's the hard part. Where is the proof that you actually have the money? You know what I mean? Like it, people donated to this. Is this something that's truly going to happen? If it does happen, and this is something that you truly are in the process of doing, that's one thing. If it's a dream, then that's another. But I think it's more of the communication that you're not wanting to give any type of communication throughout it. It was more of like a fight every time that someone would and I get it, and me coming out because you have already dealt with other people that had came on the attack. So I guess I can see the validation of you feeling like you had to go on the defense instantly. I get that. Um, but then there's a lot of inconsistency in things that you say. You'll say, you know, Nancy is the greatest woman and I love her to death, and then, the next week is, she was so possessive, I didn't like her, or, the room does exist. Yes, it does. And then, no, it doesn't exist. And the font happened, and this is why I'm going to need this for the church. And then, well, it was a lie, and I sent her on a wild goose chase. And so it was just, there's a lot of things. And so I can see why people are getting to that point.
I can understand that. I cannot talk about Nancy, and I won't talk about her.
And that's
That's
cool. I'm
that's
just
neither
giving
here
an
nor there.
example
And I can't.
of different
As
things.
far as the font is concerned, that was yet another thing that Susan did and manipulated. As far as, I swear to God, this
Well, we
woman
heard the
just
video that you
literally
said that the father
calculated.
was in your house and that there was $30,000 worth of
He
damage, and
was.
that you
Father
were gonna
Chris
start a
was at our
Patreon
house.
to donate money over to that, and then you know what I mean. So, and then you said, "Well, look, yeah,
And the
I lied
people that
about
were there, and I did. And the people that joined Patreon all knew that we had already talked about that. The live that was after that, I had said that the church didn't need a font. The church did need remodeling, and the church did get remodeled. Call the actual real church instead of the church that she made up and called across the river. Susan also knew that I didn't live on that side of the river and called the wrong church on purpose the first time. She called the wrong church on purpose. She called the East Bank Church. She knew exactly what church that she should have called, but purposely made a wrong phone call. St. Cletus did get a remodeling done. They did. And Father Chris was at our house the night of the storm. Was at my sister's house. We all were, along with 25 fucking other people. We stayed there for a week. Contractors stayed at my house. We stayed at my sister's house. They stayed under the carport. I probably still have pictures in my phone because my carport has an outdoor kitchen. They stayed under our carport and cut everybody's trees because we had a lot of damage during that storm. And we stayed at my sister's because she had a generator, and Father Chris stayed there, and we stayed with him.
right, but
Not with him, but he
they
stayed
did
like
have
at
a
our house.
font donated, and it was donated by family
They
members.
did. Yes, it
Is
was.
that where the story came from? Is that why you said it to send her on a wild goose chase that way? What happened there?
That was why I said it. Actually, I didn't know. I didn't know that my family was donating the font at the time. I said, you know what, that would be really lovely, especially because Jude was a baby and he was baptized Catholic and Methodist. So I thought, you know what, maybe we'll take over donating the font. After I said it on the live that night, I went inside and asked Father Chris and my sister, hey, what about us donating the font? And they said, it is ridiculously expensive and we don't need one. And I think your sister is doing it. And I said, okay. The very next live, I told everyone they don't need a font. That's fine. We're not doing it for the font. We'll go back to the journey room. And they said, okay, if you can get your hands on that live, because Lord only knows how long it's been, I can tell you I said it. And that was literally the last time I ever brought up the church. Never did I ever say the fucking church again. Not fucking ever. Except to say that Susan called the wrong fucking church on purpose. I never fundraised for the church. I never did anything else for the church. Nothing. I never said it ever again except to say that she called the wrong one.
But people subscribed to the Patreon that night, and what you had said on that live that we heard with
I
our
didn't set it
ears.
up that night. I did not set it up that night. I set it up 7 days later. We were in the middle of a hurricane. I did not set Patreon up that night. I can show you the dates of the Patreon that it set up. I set it up 7 fucking days later. After I had already spoken with the group on the live and saying that we didn't need it. It was 7 days later. We were literally displaced at my sister's. We had so many people in that house. I couldn't even begin to fathom setting up a Patreon. I didn't set it up till we were back home. And Luke did the video that said, "Can I walk through?" And we were so excited about having electricity again. Because I sat down at the kitchen table and did it. That was our first Patreon.
Why did you say that you didn't have the money in the account on stand, and then you said that you've had the money in the account, and
I
then you
didn't.
said,
It was not in the account at that time.
okay, so then you said that last week you said that you only earned about $200 in affiliate funds, and then earlier in this live, you said
In that
close to
account.
30,000, and then last
Total.
week you said that the stuff that you made you put in the account because you didn't want to have to pay taxes on it, but last year you said that you paid taxes on all of the affiliate incomes, and then earlier this week you said that you have the money in the account but didn't have the money in the account. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Let me answer all
That's
those
where it gets
questions because it's a
confusing.
lot at once. Okay. I don't have. Okay. Let me answer one thing. All of the money, all of the affiliate money is not in that account. During court, I didn't lie. The money was not in that account during court. It was not. And I'm telling you that now. It was not in that account. Because I didn't want any of you to see how much money was in that account. So I took it out. It was not in that account. Period. It's in some of the general fund is in a bank account. I paid taxes when I earned the money. When we first earn the money, you pay taxes on it.
Right.
The money that I could leave in account or leave with affiliates, I did. Because I didn't want to pay taxes on the interest that it accrues. So if I could leave it like with Creative Fabrica or with Share Sale or with whatever or Love All Bling or whatever, I left it with those companies. Because if I leave it with them, I don't have to put it in an account and then that account accrue interest and then I have to pay taxes on that interest, which is a big pile.
So what you're saying is
So that's why
you keep a computer Excel of what you have with those, so that way you know what you have for the income or
right.
for the
That's
for
correct.
the nursery. Okay.
That's correct. So whatever money I can't leave with companies is in an account. And that accrues interest. And I pay taxes on that. I pay taxes on it as income and I pay taxes on that interest. The other money sits in those accounts and I don't pay interest on that because it sits in those accounts still with those companies. And I only pay taxes on that one time as income.
Okay.
And there are several companies that never, ever, ever paid me out. Like It's Pretty Personal has never paid me out. I'll have to go through the list, but there are several companies that I've never, ever made a dime from. Like those receipts that were on JudeJohnnyRoom.com, I've never made a dime from It's Pretty Personal.
The Amazon and stuff? Was that something that was a huge? You know what I'm saying? Like, are those?
It wasn't a huge. I made 2% of those sales. 2%. And I never touched a dime of that money. Never.
So you're saying that when you didn't pay The ones you didn't pay the taxes on are the ones that's still sitting in the accounts of the affiliate programs
I
that
pay
you.
taxes when I earned the money. I pay taxes on it for income. I'm just not paying interest on them.
But it wouldn't be income if you haven't received it yet, right?
It is. It is because it's sitting there. I have to pay income. Like I pay, I
So
got
what?
income
They
on
have a
them, so I
separate
get a W.
account that this is a Show Me Chauvin account, and they're just gonna hold it for you like it's a bank. That's why I'm confused on that one.
It sits in there, but I still get a W-2 at the end of the year from them, saying that I earned that money,
Okay.
even if I don't take it out of that account. But if I put it in my personal account, then it starts to accrue interest, and I have to pay income tax on that interest.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. I think it's a lot. Look, I've a lot has happened in the past 2 weeks. So I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt right now, and I'm going to listen to what you have to say, like I have tonight. But I'm gonna take a break tonight and just kind of gather my thoughts on everything and go from there because I think I do have a lot of shit of what Susan had said that is coming out that is absolutely not true. So now I do have to question a lot of things. So I'll give you that.
Okay.
Um, and I'm glad that we actually were able to have a mature adult conversation tonight, and it wasn't some yelling, screaming battle. So
Like,
I appreciate you coming on, and I'll get with you and just kind of
all right.
go from there if that's cool with you.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
all right, all right. You can turn the comments on. Mm-mm-mm. All right, it's a lot. Can I recap? I no. I'm sure somebody's got this recorded. I'm sure to go somewhere on YouTube. There is no way I'm gonna recap all that. My brain is just. Um, I think I definitely need to start from scratch and make sure everything is accurate for everything. Um, you know, it. I know what I've found out about Susan is accurate. We've double, triple, and quadruple checked it. Um, I still have lots of questions when it comes to the Forever Nursery and the money that was made through the affiliate programs. A lot of things still don't make sense to me. And I think that if Chauvin would have wanted to talk about this differently, I would never talk with Chauvin privately because I don't I don't trust talking to her privately. Period. Um, so I think doing it on live is that was the best way. A lot of like I said, a lot of things don't make sense to me still when it comes to the Forever Nursery. And we have got the amount of people that has come out and has sent bought money from all of these affiliate programs. So that is things that we know for a fact. The questions are more of, does she have this money that's truly there, that she does plan to want to create something like a forever nursery somewhere? Or is this something where when she took the money out for her house, it was put in there to be able to say that she has the money in the account? It doesn't make sense to me that the affiliate programs would hold on to that money and then tax that money as income, but hold that money for them, because then it wouldn't be income. So that doesn't make sense to me. So there's a lot of things that still doesn't make a lot of sense. So I have to think about all of that. So I may or may not. Look, I'm probably gonna come live tomorrow. We are doing a cancer walk on Saturday, me and Sam, and we're sponsoring that. So I'll probably be live tomorrow. We're gonna sell, our glitter and mats and things like that, so that way we can sponsor for that. So I'll probably be live for that tomorrow during the day. I don't know if I'll be live tonight or tomorrow night for this or not. I might just take a night, just try to figure some shit out, you know what I mean? And but I might, who knows? I might be live tomorrow night. We never know. But is there any questions, anything else that anybody wants to talk about real quick besides like the recap? It will probably be on, I think it's the Adventures of Luzarella. That's the YouTube page that I know that puts these lives up. I think they usually have them up in like by the next day, but YouTube does take a long time to put it on. They used to be able to do clips, but I don't think they've been putting the clips on Reddit or anything anymore. So let me see. I don't even think I follow that page, but I've been sent it. Adventures of... That's that one. Adventures of Luzarella. But they're the ones they put up. It looks like mine and Chauvin's. Maybe some other things. Mine and Chauvin's videos or whatever's on there. It would be too much to recap. We had Sweary Kim come in here and say her piece on things. Randy was in the comments talking about her things. We've learned that multiple things and lies from Susan. Chauvin came in here and told her side of things. So it has been a night that I don't think that I will be able to recap. We were bananaed earlier and we were able to pill it and get back on. So it has been a very interesting night. I appreciate you guys hanging out. But yeah, I think there's a lot of things that needs to be. If it's the other ones, I'll be packing. I think there's only a couple orders, but I'll be packing those tomorrow and getting those out. Let me look. The mats are back on the site. If you're talking about your order, let me look. Yeah, I'll get your orders out tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, lunchtime. They should be out. So I'm sorry, we've been out of town and dealing with this. It's just been it's been crazy. So I'm trying to get everything back on. But all of our sales for everything will be going towards the cancer walk on Saturday that me and Sam's going to be at. My dad passed away when I was 16 of colon cancer, and he was 38. I'm 38 this year. Sam's boss was just diagnosed with cancer, and she is currently going through treatment, and so she asked if we would do the walk with her, and so we are. So to pay for that walk, we're gonna sell all of our glitters, mats, and things like that, and just have that money go straight to the cancer walk. It's the one downtown Charlotte, babe. Yeah, 24 hours of booty. 24 a booby? Booty. 24 hours of booty is what it's called. It's downtown in Charlotte. It's expensive as fuck. It's like, what is it at 475 a person. So that's why I say we are gonna do our glitter and mats, so that way we can sponsor it and go do the walk with her boss and in support of my daddy. And so that's where I'll be on set. It's gonna be a busy fucking week, y'all. So, but I appreciate you guys. Do I offer local pickup? It's hard because I don't. My schedule is fucking insane. But if you reach out to me, I can figure something out. If you reach out to me, just send me an email. Do I have a pure white? I do. It's called Is This Legal? That's a pure white, a true white. But again, I'm gonna go finish my last 30 minutes of Animal Kingdom. I am on the last episode of season 6. My heart is broken because I've been obsessed with this. I did find my vapes. Thank you very much. So I'm going to go watch that last few minutes of that and probably cry because I don't know what I'm going to watch after that. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys listening. I'm glad that I was able to produce the receipts to y'all and let y'all know we are not lying. These are absolutely what we received. That is from her mother, her resume and everything. So thanks. I appreciate you guys. I will see y'all probably tomorrow morning, lunchtime, something like that, and we'll be doing some labs for glitter and mats. All right, guys. The waterfront. Oh yeah, because Darren's in that. All right, guys. All right, guys.